There is nothing like witnessing the incredible 24-hour Le Mans motor race, with teams and manufacturers battling for victory, showcasing their dominance in the sport. Audi has consistently excelled in the gasoline, diesel, and diesel hybrid eras at the 24 Hours of Le Mans from 2000 to 2014, from the R8 to the R10, the R15, and now the R18 prototype. Check out these two previous videos if you still need to watch them, as they follow up after one another. The 2011 Le Mans race was one of the greatest 24-hour races ever, showing the final intense battles between Audi and Peugeot. The ACO organizers made significant changes to the competition classes and technical rules to reduce costs and slow down the cars, aiming to lessen the dominance of turbo diesel endurance racers. They introduced new capacity limit restrictions for all engines and reduced fuel tank sizes for diesel and gasoline engines. Naturally aspirated gas engines are limited to 3.4 liters, turbocharged gas to 2 liters, and turbo diesels to 3.7 liters. However, pre-2011 Le Mans prototypes were allowed to run Le Mans with big engines for the last time. The R15 TDI is the final open cockpit factory LMP1 prototype to secure a Le Mans victory, achieved in 2010 with an unbroken lap record of 397 laps. Audi's objective was to reclaim the streak of winning the 24 Hours of Le Mans after losing to Peugeot in 2009, which they ultimately did in the long run. As the new 2011 rules were in effect, Audi introduced the R18 TDI Ultra, the first to have a closed roof design since the 1999 R8 Coupe race car. Unlike the outgoing R15 model, which only underwent one phase, the R18 underwent 5 evolutionary phases. Audi has a tradition of giving each new endurance racing car a unique model number. However, Mr. Ulrich, Audi sports leader, stated that the R18 designation will continue for their endurance racing cars. Dallara builds the R18 TDI's chassis, which has a turbocharged diesel engine attached to a 6-speed electronically controlled gearbox. Its 3.7-liter V6 generates 532 horsepower. Despite having less power than the V10 engine and the R15, it's more fuel efficient and 25 kilograms lighter. Unlike previous Audi Le Mans prototype engines, the V6 has a single turbocharger with variable turbine geometry positioned between the cylinder banks for superior performance. After testing, Audi debuted the R18 TDI at Circuit de Spa in the second round of the 2011 Intercontinental Le Mans Cup, the predecessor to the current World Endurance Championship. With its resilience and determination, Audi continued pushing the boundaries of endurance racing as it adapted to the new rules and showcased their sport's dominance. In 2011, Peugeot achieved dominance in the Intercontinental Le Mans Cup with their 908 prototype, winning 6 out of 7 races. Their only loss was to Audi securing a critical victory at the 24 Hours of Le Mans. The 2011 Le Mans was a big race, featuring a record-breaking 17 cars from several manufacturers in the top category of the LMP1 era and the history of Le Mans: Audi, Peugeot, Lola, Pescarolo, Aston Martin, etc. The new regulations aim to reduce lap times to 3 minutes and 30 seconds, but the top 5 LMP1 cars, such as Audi and Peugeot, broke that record. Audi would take first and second position in the qualifying round, with their number 2 car setting the fastest lap time on the grid at 3 minutes 25.7 seconds. Peugeot secured 3rd, 4th, and 6th positions overall with their 3 new 908s. Audi led for the first several laps as the race began with a fresh start, and the race became a one-on-one battle with Peugeot. During the race's first hour, Alec Minish in the number 3 car passed the number 1 Audi to take the lead at the wrong time when a Ferrari abruptly collided with the number 3 Audi, causing it to spin backward in the gravel and flip onto its side after striking the tire barrier at high speeds. Unfortunately, the car had to retire from the race due to a tragic incident, but ultimately McNish was okay. After 8 hours of the race, as Mike Rockenfeller passed Rob Kaufman's GTE Ferrari, Kaufman unexpectedly drove to Rockenfeller's path and rear-ended the number 1 Audi, sending it to spear left into the barrier at high speed, destroying the car. At the end of the race, only one Audi remains, and the number 2 car survived to finish just 14 seconds ahead of the chasing Peugeot after completing 355 laps. This win marked the first Le Mans victory for the drivers Lauderer, Fassler, and Trullier, and the 10th win for Audi. Audi will only progress forward from here. In 2012, the ACO's new World Endurance Championship launched with the 24 Hours of Le Mans in the series, with a new rule allowing manufacturers to use hybrid electric power in the LMP1 category, attracting 2 manufacturers back to the sport, Toyota and Porsche. However, Peugeot left the sport due to financial issues, which disappointed many fans. The 2012 FIA World Endurance Championship and American Le Mans Series merged to kick off with the 12 Hours of Sebring, featuring over 60 cars from both series competing across 5 classes in this race. Before Audi came out with the new version of the R18, the 2011 cars qualified a full podium. They easily won the 12-hour race, with 2 factory cars finishing first and second, with the winning number 2 car driven by Tom Christensen, Alan McNish, and Rinaldo Capello. After that was said and done, Audi unveiled the R18 e-tron Quattro, which is the same as the 2011 car, except it has a hybrid system. The V6 engine with 510 horsepower powers the back wheels, with 2 electric motors each adding 100 horsepower to the front wheels, the kinetic energy recovery system, and the motor generator unit, creating the all-wheel drive system. The 2012 rules say that the flywheel can store 500 kilojoules of energy when the car slows down, and then use that energy to give the car an extra power boost when accelerating. In 2012, Audi and the arrival of Toyota made history by being the first car manufacturers to introduce a hybrid sports car in the World Endurance Championship. The R18 e-tron was the first hybrid car to win the 24 Hours of Le Mans. At the 2012 6 Hours of Spa, Audi debuted the new R18 e-tron and the R18 Ultra. The non-hybrid R18 Ultra, weighing about 1984 pounds or 900 kilograms, is the lightest Le Mans prototype Audi has ever made, and even won the Spa race. Audi had the most superior machine, so they easily won races from the start. Audi Sport dominated the drivers and manufacturers titles in 2012 and 2013 World Endurance Championship, including 24 Hours of Le Mans 3 times in the hybrid era against Toyota and Porsche. The 2012 24 Hours of Le Mans was terrific, and Audi was a threat. Audi took the lead at the start of the race, followed by 2 Toyota TS030s and multiple private entries. Audi entered 4 cars in the race, 2 R18 diesel hybrids and 2 non-hybrid R18s. Despite Toyota giving Audi a run for their money, 2 cars had to retire, one due to an engine failure and the other to a horrible, unforgettable crash. Audi maintained the top position in the field from start to finish until all cars swept the podium finish, winning first, second, third, and 5th overall without retirements. The 2013 race was a similar story of Audi winning again, just a lap ahead of the rising Toyotas, who secured 2nd and 4th. It also represented the final Le Mans victory for Tom Christensen, who ended his racing career with 9, and McNish, who had 3 total wins. The 2014 regulations ensured fair competition by covering engine specifications, fuel tank size, hybrid or non-hybrid cars, and technical rules for gasoline and diesel cars. LMP1 machines were allowed any engines if they met the weight limit, 850 kilograms minimum for hybrid, 830 for non-hybrids, and restricted fuel usage. In 2014, Audi evolved the R18 prototype into a new and different looking car to adapt to the latest regulations, with a larger 4-liter V6 engine producing around 530 horsepower and 1 MGU hybrid unit making 270 horsepower to the front wheels. The electric turbocharged engine would include a flywheel with over 600 kilojoules of energy storage and ERSK and ERSH for kinetic and heat energy storage. For the first time, Audi switched the chassis constructor from Dallara to Wycombe for aerodynamic purposes. As Porsche returned to endurance racing with a 919 hybrid and Toyota's TS040 secured the 2014 WEC title, they faced an almost unbeatable Audi team, which was Audi's final dominant year. The 24 hours of Le Mans shaped up to be a challenging one. Despite Toyota and Porsche on the qualifying pole, Audi's three cars settled for 4th, 5th, and 6th position. While Toyota and Porsche proved they could fight Audi in the long run, Audi was still quicker, more reliable, and more consistent with their car, even when Mother Nature interfered in the race. In the end, Audi Team Jost took the final victory crown, finishing 1st and 2nd overall, claiming the German Marque's 14th victory at Le Mans. The Volkswagen Group, which owns Porsche and Audi, had to deal with the fallout from the diesel emission scandal. It affected their decision to quit endurance racing after 2016 and 2017. Audi kept racing in the LMP1 program, but they couldn't win at Le Mans or secure the WEC title ever again. Despite this, Audi's efforts were worthwhile. However, the impact of Dieselgate led Audi to scale back its racing efforts. Porsche's 919 hybrid eventually surpassed Audi using innovative hybrid technology, efficient aerodynamics, and a strong team strategy. Porsche dominated the WEC and the 24 Hours of Le Mans 3 times, beating Audi in 2015, 2016, and 2017 after Audi had left. Another thing worth mentioning is that the LMP1 racing class was problematic because it was expensive, needed more competition, and had to follow new rules focusing on hybrid electric power. Major car makers like Audi and Porsche left, and some private teams had money problems. As a result, it made the class die quickly, and it eventually ended in 2020, with Toyota being the last big car maker to win race after race. Audi built their final fastest and most advanced prototype car, the 2016 R18. However, the car was fragile, and Audi struggled to perform well. They faced issues and could only manage a 3rd place finish at Le Mans. In the 2016 WEC season, Audi initially won at Silverstone, but got disqualified after the race due to the infringement of the rules of the car. However, they officially managed to come in 1st place at Circuit de Spa. After a final 1-2 victory in 6 hours of Bahrain, Audi left endurance racing at the end of the 2016 season and still doesn't have plans to return soon. It was a challenging year due to bad luck, mistakes during races, and stories about it being their last season. Audi has shown a solid dedication to providing cars for motorsport in the global economy, earning it unparalleled recognition in prototype racing for 17 years. Without Audi, the sport wouldn't have been the same, but the sport has changed significantly since then, and only for the better. So while we are in the new era of endurance racing in the 2020s, be thankful its sister brand, Porsche, has returned to prototype racing in the hypercar class. But a lot of endurance racing fans, including myself, miss Audi so much. If you enjoyed watching this video, please remember to like and subscribe to see some more on the horizon. We completed the trilogy video series about Audi's success in endurance racing. You are more than happy to check out these 2 previous videos shown on your screen. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the following video. Peace out and stay safe. Chris the Radar, out.